Hello students, today the last portion of this chapter machine. Today's topic is pulley. Okay, we will discuss various types of pulley, that is single fixed pulley, single movable pulley and block and taper. We will discuss about these terms. Now, what is a pulley? Okay, look at the figure. This is a pulley. Okay, this is a pulley. It is a metallic disc or it will be a wooden disc. Now, metallic disc or wooden disc with a grooved ring. A string is moved around the groove of that ring. Okay, a string is moved around that the disc, and this is the axle about which the pulley rotates about this axis, and this is the rigid support where we hang the pulley. Okay, now this pulley moved around about this axis which is fixed with a nail. Okay, now this is a pulley, a single pulley. This is a single pulley. This single pulley can be used in two ways. First, as a fixed pulley by keeping its axis of rotation fixed. That is, first one is single fixed pulley. That is, its axis of rotation is fixed. Single fixed pulley. And the second is single but it is movable. That is, the axis of rotation, that is the axle, is not fixed, it is movable. Okay? Single movable pulley. At first we will discuss about these two pulleys. Okay, single fixed pulley. What is single fixed pulley? Look at this picture. This is a pulley which is fixed at this point. This is hang off at this rigid support, but this pulley is movable about this axle. Now I am going to draw a single fixed pulley where the axis of rotation is fixed. Axis of rotation is fixed. Look at that. Now this is a frame. This is a frame, and this is a grooved ring, and the inextensible and negligible mass of string is moved around. That is passing through that pulley. Okay. So we can define a single fixed pulley like that: a pulley which has its axis of rotation is fixed. Look at here. This pulley is will moving about this fixed axis. Okay, it will be moved in this fixed axis. That is why it is the fixed pulley. Here, one end of that string. This string is inextensible and massless. Okay, in this figure, that is one end of that inextensible string is attached to a load. That is, one end of the string is connected to the load A, and the other end of that pulley of the string is applied the effort. That is, we will apply effort here. We will apply effort here. And what is this? This is load, which is at downwards. Okay, which is acts downwards, and also the value of E acts downwards. Okay. Now both the load and the effort acts here downward. On pulling the string downwards, the pulley rotates, and the load will lift in the upward direction. The tension throughout the string is same, and we denote the tension on that string is denoted by T. Here also it is denoted by T. This is the single fixed pulley. Now we are going to calculate the mechanical advantage, velocity ratio, and efficiency of a single fixed pulley. First, if we neglect the friction of the axle and the mass of the string, okay, if we neglect the mass of the string and the friction, then at the balance condition we can write that the value of load is equal to the tension P, that is this tension overcomes the load L. We can write that load L is equal to the tension. Look at the second segment of that string. Here also the effort is equal to the string. So we can write that effort, which is denoted by E, it is also equal to the tension T. Now we are going to calculate the mechanical advantage. As we know that mechanical advantage is equal to the ratio of load to the effort. Okay, ratio of load to the effort. Load divided by effort. Here load is also T and effort is also T. That is load and effort is equal here. So we can write that mechanical advantage is 1. Mechanical advantage is 1. That is, in this arrangement there is no gain in the mechanical advantage. The next thing is that velocity ratio. If the point of application of load is moved the distance d, then the distance moved by the applied of effort is also e. That is, we can write that if BL is equal to d, that is the distance moved by the load, BL is equal to d, then DE, that is the displacement due to the effort, is also equal. That is, we can write that the value d. Okay. From this, we can write velocity ratio. What is the definition of velocity ratio? It is defined as the distance moved by the effort is divided by the distance moved by the load. Okay, so we can write that dE divided by dL. Here, both the dE and dL are same. That is d by d. We can write 1. So velocity ratio of a single fixed pulley is 1. Now, what is the efficiency? We know that efficiency theta is defined as mechanical advantage, ratio of mechanical advantage to the velocity ratio. Okay, mechanical advantage divided by velocity ratio, and we represent this efficiency by percentage. Okay, 100%. Now, what is the velocity ratio and mechanical advantage? Both are same, 100%. So we will get 100. That is, the efficiency is 100%. But this is for ideal case. For ideal machine, we will get the velocity, that is efficiency is theta. But in practice, there is some friction in this axle with the bearing. Okay, and due to this, the mechanical advantage is less than 1, but velocity ratio remains 1. So we can say that the efficiency will be less than 100%. Okay, due to the friction with the axle, but it is rotating about this axis of rotation. Okay, that is why we will get the less than 100% efficiency. Okay, this is a single fixed pulley. Now, single movable pulley. Here, the axis of rotation is not fixed. It will be moving. moving. So we will discuss single movable pulley. Single movable pulley. Okay, a pulley whose axis of rotation is movable. Okay, whose axis of rotation is movable is called single movable pulley. I am drawing a single movable pulley. We need a rigid support. This is a rigid support. Okay, this is a hook. This is a hook, and if this is a pulley, then a string is passing through that grooved ring in this way. In this way. Okay, and this is the frame, and from this frame the load L is suspended in the downward direction. Got it? Now, in this case, what will happen? Here, a tension T will be applied on the both segment of the string. That is, here T is applied, its tension is there, and as we apply effort here, and tension is always in that kind of direction. Look at here, T. Okay, this is a single fixed pulley. Look at here, sorry, single movable pulley. Look at here. The axis of rotation is moving if we apply effort here. Okay. Now we are going to calculate the same thing, that is velocity ratio, mechanical advantage, and the effort, that is efficiency also. Now first, at this balance condition, that is if we neglect the friction with the axle and the mass of the pulley, okay, mass of the pulley, then in the balance condition we can write that this load is equal to the addition of these two tension. Okay, so load A is equal to T plus T, that is 2T. And what is effort? Look at here. Effort is equal to the tension, and we can write that effort E is equal to tension. Okay. From these two equations, we can write that L equal to 2E or E equal to L by 2. That is, from this equation, that is E equal to L by 2, we can say that the load L is balanced by the T. We can say that using a single movable pulley, the load can be lifted by applying an effort. Applying an effort, half of the load. Okay, we have to apply half of the value of load. In this case, that is a single movable pulley, we have to apply half of the value of load. Now, mechanical advantage. So, it is act as a force multiplier. Okay, it will act as a force multiplier. Act as a force multiplier. This will act as a force multiplier. Now, we are going to calculate the mechanical advantage. Okay. Mechanical advantage is equal to load by effort. That is 2T by T equal to 2. From this equation, we can also calculate the value of mechanical advantage, that is load by effort is equal to 2. Okay, that is mechanical advantage is 2. Now, velocity ratio. Velocity ratio is equal to the displacement moved by the effort divided by the displacement moved by the load. Now, as E equal to L by 2, if the distance moved by the load is L by 2, then the effort will be L. Okay. From this equation, we can say that DE is equal to, if we say that this is D and this is D by 2. Why this is D by 2 from this equation? Look there, E equal to L by 2. So if the free end of the string is pulled up by the effort through a distance d, the load is raised up through a distance d by 2 as E equal to L by 2. Okay. Now from this equation what will we get? We will get dt cancel out and we will be the result. Loss ratio is also 2. Now efficiency eta is equal to mechanical advantage divided by velocity ratio into 100%. Into 100%. So 2 by 2 into 100, we will get 100. That is, this is the ideal case. But in practice, there will be a friction in the axle and some mass will be there. Okay. This is the single movable pulley. Now, one thing is there, block and tackle system. Block and tackle system. In this system, there will be two parts of pulley, in the upper part and the lower part. I am going to draw a block and tackle system. Block and tackle system. In this system of pulleys, two blocks of pulleys are there. One is upper, having the fixed with the rigid support, and which is fixed, and there are some pulleys on the lower part which are movable. Okay, that is this portion, that is second part, this lower part will be moving. Okay, in this case, one end of the string is attached to the hook of the lower block. If the number of pulleys, one thing is there, if there are two blocks, that is look like this. There will be two types of blocks here. There will be some pulleys attached to this upper block, and there will be some pulleys in the lower block. In this case, if there will be equal pulleys on both the block, and one more pulleys will be there when compared to the lower block in the upper block. Okay. If the number of pulleys much more than one in the upper block when compared to the lower block, then the string, one end of the string will connect to this block and pass around the all pulleys. Okay, but if the number of pulleys are same in the both block, then the string will be passed through the one end of the string will be passed attached to the upper block. Okay, now I am drawing this pulleys. I am taking 5 pulleys. That is, we have to take 3 pulleys in the upper block and 2 pulleys in the lower block. Okay. This is the rigid support. One, two, and this is 3. Okay, this is 3. This is, there are 3 pulleys in the upper part and 2 pulleys in the lower part. Look at it. We cannot take more pulleys when compared to the upper block. Okay, we have always take equal or one more in the upper part. Okay, in this system. Now, if the number of pulleys is greater than here, number of pulleys is more than this lower part, then the string will be, the one end of the string will be connect here. Okay, at first we have to connect here. So if it is connect in this lower block, then the pulleys, the string will be passed around, look like this. Okay, we have to cover every pulley so that we can apply the load, that is, sorry, we can apply the effort in the downward direction. Okay, in every point there will be a tension T, T, T. Okay, look at here, the tension will be also here T, T, T. Okay, and effort is here, and at this point we will apply load. So in this lock and tackle system, uh, the tension in the 5 segment of the string and the pulley is 5. So the number of segment of the pulley is also 5. The tension in the 5 segment of the pulley supports the load L. Therefore, we can write that load is equal to T plus that is 5T. Okay, and look at here, effort is equal to the tension T. You can write that effort is equal to T. From this, mechanical advantage is equal to load by effort equal to 5. So if we draw in general, that is number of pulleys is n, then what will happen? It will happen that n is equal to n into t and effort is equal to p. Okay. Now one thing is that from there you can calculate mechanical advantage is equal to n t divided by t. We will get n. Similarly, velocity ratio is equal to a distance traveled by the effort by distance traveled by the load. Okay, now here if we apply effort in this system, that is a number of pulleys, then what will happen? The distance moved by the load, if the distance moved by the load will n, then the distance moved by the effort will be n into d, if it is d. Okay, so we can write here n. Therefore, efficiency eta is equal to mechanical advantage by velocity ratio. So n by L equal to 100%. If we give here percentage, then we will get 100%. So this is for ideal case. I am always trying to say that there will be some friction and mass, and we calculate this thing to neglect the mass and the friction. Okay, so this is the efficiency of block and tackle system. Okay, got it? So this is for today's class. Thank you.